Hey y'all. Okay, so almost did not make it live today. It slipped my mind this morning. I went to play tennis this morning and I almost did not make it live, but I am here. So we are going to make this quick and to the point. Number one, we are talking about why you should be leveraging and using your license in order to get wealth, in order to make money. Many of you are doctors, lawyers, engineers, consultants, and you are not leveraging the fact that you are in a very small, very elite group of professionals who have a license and a certification. Some of you, are PhDs and you don't even use the term doctor. What are you doing? What you doing, baby? Now, I know that we're in a series called Deleted History. And if you are not following me on LinkedIn, that is where every single day I'm dropping a history nugget. Sometimes it gets cross posted to Instagram, sometimes it doesn't. But the woman that we talked about today was actually the first Black woman doctor in this country. And I don't know if you know her name. You could look at her picture on my LinkedIn, but her name was Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler. Okay. She earned her medical degree in 1864 in the middle of a civil war, and you were never taught her name. Welcome to day 20 of Deleted History, y'all. For the last 20 days, I've been going live with y'all, telling y'all all the things. And normally I'm in my studio, but today I'm actually doing content at another content studio. So I'm in the car. You see how dedicated I am? I'm in the car to get y'all this history. Dr. Crumpler was born in 1831, before emancipation was even a promise. She was raised by an aunt who cared for sick neighbors when nobody else would, and she learned early that care is actually a calling. Before she ever stepped foot in a medical school, she spent years working as a nurse in Massachusetts, and somewhere in those years, she did something radical. She decided nursing wasn't the ceiling. It was her training ground to get her medical degree. And so a Black woman was applying to be a physician while the country was literally fighting a war over whether Black people were fully human. That's not ambition, y'all. That is audacity. And I want y'all to have that same audacity when it comes to your business. Not only did she start medical school, but she finished medical school. She ended up getting into the New England Female Medical College. And then she went where the need was. After the war, she moved to Richmond, Virginia to treat newly freed people who had been denied medical care their whole lives. She served women and children who were suffering, and she worked in conditions other doctors would not even touch with a 10-foot pole. Okay. So in 1883, she published a book of medical discourses. A Black woman physician publishing medical guidance in the 1800s is almost unheard of. She literally wanted to make sure that we all had the blueprint. Now, one of the reasons I like her story is because I serve so many Black women lawyers, doctors, physicians, engineers who are scared to show up and say, no, 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 my name is not Mrs., it's Doctor. Who are scared to actually leverage their degree, put out books, write thought leadership pieces on their actual degrees. And so I want to give you a couple of principles that Dr. Crumpler inspired me to talk about today. Number one, do not hide the fact that you have a degree. Okay. I know right now we're in a time where everyone's like, that degree doesn't matter. You don't need a degree to be successful, and all the other narratives. If you have real expertise in a time like this, you need to be talking about it, sharing it. And if you went to a school that wasn't just a school, but it was a really good school, like I went to Northwestern Law School, top 10 law schools in the country. I don't just say Northwestern Law School, I'm going to say top 10 law school in the country. Why? Because one, I earned that. Two, it's where I really went. And three, if someone is not familiar with the caliber of your school, they won't give you in their minds the credit that you deserve for actually matriculating through that institution. So it's not just saying you're a doctor, it's about weaving the picture of what you went through to earn your degree. That should be a part of your marketing message. Do y'all hear me? That should be a part of your marketing message. A part of your marketing message should be what you actually went through in order to earn that degree. And I want to make sure that you all are actually doing that. You're actually leveraging that. You are leveraging that. So we want to make sure that you're doing that. Number two, publish thought leadership content. That's not just reels. Okay. Reels can be a piece of how you are developing your brand as a thought leader, but it should not be the only piece. It should not be the only piece. Do y'all hear me? It should absolutely not be the only piece. If it's the only piece, that's a problem. So I want to make sure you are publishing thought leadership. What is effective thought leadership content? A book on your area of expertise that leads people to work with you. That is thought leadership content. So I want you publishing thought leadership content. Three, I want you to have a mission for your business that's bigger than money. Because one of the things that really inspired me about Dr. Crumpler is that she didn't just become a doctor to say she was a doctor and to look cute. Like, she became a doctor and then she talked about or went back and actually helped free people to get the medical care they deserved. What are you doing with your degree that matters? If you only chase the money, you're going to burn out faster. Most of the time when I hear people say they're burnt out, it's because they're not making the impact they set out to make, and they're getting burnt out by doing all the work themselves. If you want to continue to grow a business, you want to continue to make impact, you need to build a team of people around you that understand that mission. But importantly, you need to never forget why you're really doing it. Because the moment you forget why you're really doing it, you feel the weight of what you're doing. I know for a fact, I have people, clients, friends, social media followers that look at our pace and why we do what we do and how fast we move. And they're just like, I don't know how you do that. Like, I'm exhausted just looking at you. And I'm like, well, that makes sense because your mission isn't my mission. But if you knew my mission, you would be energized by it. You would be excited about it. You would do it because you committed to do it. And allow the fact that you are committed to something, that you have a mission, to give you character. So I want you to, 1, talk about your credentials. Don't just drop them. Paint the picture of what it took to get them. 2, build thought leadership content, not just posts, content that lasts. Long form content lasts longer than short form content in terms of the time that it can actually bring you clients and revenue and all the things. My YouTube content outlives these live videos. So that's why I'm also streaming live on YouTube. I probably repost them as a main scheduled YouTube video as well. 3, develop thought leadership content and make sure that content actually drives people directly to your offer to work with you further. So if I could give you any tips, those would be that. I think you should let your license and your certifications make you rich. I do not think you should keep getting all these degrees, all these certifications, all these licenses for no reason, and you're not using them to actually build your business. Many of y'all don't even need another degree, but if you're going to get it, make sure you know how to leverage it before you get it. Also, pro tip, if you are someone who's considering going back to school, I want you to look at 1, the average salary out of that school. 2, who are the alumni? Do not just get a doctorate talking about, I went to no-name university number 1 and got a doctorate. No. When I decided to go to Northwestern Law School and transfer from John Marshall, which was not a highly ranked law school, I did it because I knew that the network that I would have access to in Northwestern or coming out of Northwestern would far surpass the network that I had coming out of John Marshall. And it did. I also looked at the average salary of a lawyer at graduation from John Marshall and the average salary of a lawyer at graduation at Northwestern, and the percentage of lawyers that were actually had jobs at graduation. When I graduated from Northwestern, there were maybe 12 people who didn't have a job. And them 12 people, I don't know what they was doing. Out of John Marshall, it was the majority of people that did not have multi-6-figure offers. Okay. And so I was strategic. I looked at the numbers when deciding when I was going to go to school. If I ever went back and got another degree, because I'd look at the numbers of the amount of VC money people got coming out of that MBA program. It would not be a haphazard decision. It would be about the data. It would not be about my emotions. It would not be that I felt good about myself. It would be about the data. Most decisions will mess you up if you can make it absent the numbers. If you make your decisions only about the emotions, it's going to cause problems for you. So that will be my advice. I got to go to this content day. That's why I'm doing this live from my car, but I did it. Okay. 20 days live, straight, no breaks. And I'm going on a date night with my man after this, so I did not have time to do it later. But I hope y'all got value out of this. If you do not already, make sure you get your ticket to Black Women Sell Live. It is an incredible, incredible, incredible event. I want you to be there. That event is like, oh my God, like how, I don't know. If you don't know what it is, you don't know what it's about, you're not familiar with it, I want you to get familiar with it. You gotta come to Black Women Sell Live. Let me show you the theme this year. It's Black Women, the Original Innovators. Check this out. Mary Ellen Pleasant. How did she do it? Oh, I wish I could just ask her myself. Mary Ellen Pleasant? This can't be real.
Real or not, you've been carrying quite the load. You see, wealth isn't always about what you keep. It's what you connect.
Ida B. Well?
When I wrote, I didn't just report, I revealed.
Right on time. So it wasn't luck. It was strategy. We have always been so innovative.
You're not starting something new, you're continuing something sacred.
I want to teach every Black woman business owner in the world about you.
When I started this company, it wasn't just about selling hair care. It was about dignity, independence, community. That's what real marketing does. It doesn't just sell, it lives.
See, a true sale is not made in the pocket, it's made in the heart. Now, you go on and sell live, not for the applause, but for the impact.
Incredible, incredible. You guys, this event is going to be amazing. We have 4,300 women on the wait list for 850 public seats. You got to get your seat now, okay? You got to get your seat now. You got to claim your seat now. It's going to be incredible. Make sure you go to blackwomansellevent.com and get on the wait list. Tickets open February 25th. To the wait list first. They don't open to the general public until much later, but February 25th, they open to the wait list first. We are claiming and believing that we will just sell these tickets out from the wait list, baby. So make sure you're on there. I want to see you on there, and I'll talk to y'all later.